Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle indeed. Yeah, folks, I'm out on a Monday game day for football. Yeah, us Detroiters know how it feel for the Lions to get a Monday night football schedule. Us Detroiters can say that with pride now, because the Lions have been doing all right over the last 2 years so far. People, there are things that you do not realize about sporting contests and games. It doesn't matter which sporting contest that there is, they never ever get things quite right. Even if the team wins, even if for all the teams that win, chances are the team did a lot of things wrong during the course of that game. So they try to make improvements. This is for the winning teams. Every winning team that ever won any type of game, sporting contest, and what have you, haven't still gotten it right completely, meaning they haven't played a perfect game yet. You know what a perfect game is? Let's say in basketball, a perfect game is perfect field goal percentages in the game, perfect free throw shooting in the game, perfect turnover ratios from the opposite team, like forcing turnovers on your opposition. If teams get, if you get all that right, the winning team then would have played a perfect game, but they don't. So it's like the coaching staffs, the defensive, offensive coordinators, they're never ever done. Like taking football, for instance. None of the teams ever play perfect games in football. There's always a lot of errors and flags thrown. That means they have to work on that. Even with, you say you take two teams, an opposing team, a non-opposing team that plays in some other team's home or house, you have a lot of errors, or you have minimum errors, and somehow the team wins. Even when the team wins by about 30 points and it's a complete blowout, that doesn't make any difference, because that team that blew the other team out still didn't play a solid, perfect game. So they have to work on everything that the winning team did wrong. I'm talking about the winning teams not getting it right. So imagine the losing teams that lost at any sporting competition or game. They got it completely wrong. So those losing teams have a lot more to work on. They don't have no bright spot from that game because they got the loss. Whatever they did right, it doesn't make any difference because they didn't get the win. And then added with all the other errors they made in the game and mistakes that happened due to faults being of theirs, and this is the losing teams. They have a whole lot to get right and try to get it right. But even if they had gotten more things right and got the win, they still would not have played a perfect game, people. So it's never over. Like in sports, in music and movies, they always strive to get the perfect product. Perfect games, perfect films, perfect TV series, perfect art, perfect everything. Yeah, people strive for perfection, and especially those that play professional sports. Hey, I wouldn't expect them to have it any other way, because if I was a coach, I would expect my team to minimize all mistakes, maximize benefits in games, and correct things and stick with that formula and win, win, win. When you see those major sporting team dynasties out there, such as the Los Angeles Lakers, Detroit Pistons, and whatever teams Tom Brady are playing for, it seems like those teams have the perfect formulas for winning consistently year after year. Those teams aren't getting it completely perfect either, because they still have things to work on, but they got it working right enough where things are clicking in on all cylinders so that they win the majority of times they play. And that's probably the best people can hope for, you know. Hey, you got to be reasonable. Those guys and gals out there aren't robots, so they can only do so much. Yeah, people. Yeah. Well, the Lions is playing tonight. In fact, they're playing right now, I believe, if the game started right. All right, folks. I'd appreciate it if you give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to Detroit Miracle. Peace.